You know that moment. You meet her. The vibe is easy. She's laughing, holding eye contact a little longer than normal. Maybe she touches your arm when she talks. Maybe she replies fast that first night. Maybe she even gives you that look that makes you think, okay, this is something. And then, a day later, the energy changes. Her texts get shorter. The warmth drops. The replies slow down. Then, nothing. And now you're staring at your phone thinking, what did I say? Did I come on too strong? Was she just bored? Was that whole thing fake? Why does this always happen to me? Here's the truth nobody tells you. She didn't disappear because you weren't interesting enough. She disappeared because something in the energy stopped feeling good to her. That's the part most guys never see. They focus on the words, the timing, the tactics. But women respond to what they feel first. And when that feeling shifts, attraction can vanish instantly. You're not crazy. This isn't about being broken. Most guys go through this exact pattern, man, and nobody ever explains what's actually happening underneath it. By the end of this video, you're going to understand why she can act genuinely interested and still pull away, what emotional shifts cause it, and how to stop triggering that pattern without becoming fake, needy, or someone you're not. Let's get into it. Most guys believe attraction is about getting her interested. But the real truth is, attraction is about how long that interest feels good inside her body. That's the difference. Most guys think if she smiled, flirted, replied fast, or seemed excited, that means they've secured something. So they start leaning in harder. They start managing the outcome. They start trying to keep the spark alive. And that's usually where it dies. Because women don't just respond to your effort, they respond to your emotional state. She senses when your energy shifts from grounded to grasping. She feels when the interaction stops being real and starts becoming a performance. Her gut picks up on pressure long before your words ever show it. And here's the thing. A woman can be genuinely attracted in one moment and still disappear later if the feeling around you changes. Not because she's evil, not because women are impossible, not because dating is broken, but because her nervous system is reading your vibe the way your ears read music. One note changes and the whole song feels different. That's why trying harder often creates resistance. That's why over-explaining kills tension. That's why calm, grounded presence feels magnetic in a way flashy tactics never do. This isn't about memorizing lines. This is about understanding emotional reality. Because when you get that, you stop chasing behavior and start influencing feeling. So let's break down the real reasons she acts interested, then disappears. 1. You changed the energy too fast. Here's the part nobody talks about. Most guys don't lose her in the beginning. They lose her in the shift. At first, you're relaxed, you're playful, you're present. You're not trying to force anything. And because of that, she feels something rare around you. Ease. Then you notice she's interested. And suddenly, most guys change. They text differently. They push harder. They try to lock it in. Their energy goes from curious to concerned, from effortless to don't mess this up. That shift matters more than the actual words, because what she feels is not, he likes me. What she feels is, something got tight. Something feels off now. Why do I suddenly feel pressure? Wrong approach sounds like this. Hey, I had a great time. When are you free? Also, just making sure you got home okay. And yeah, I'd definitely love to see you again soon. Right approach sounds like this. Fun meeting you tonight. You've got a dangerous smile. We'll talk soon. Same interest, different energy. One reaches, one stays grounded. And when you keep that calm pace, she feels the interaction breathing instead of closing in on her. 2. You made one good moment mean too much. And here's where it gets interesting. Most guys experience one strong moment and instantly build a whole future around it. One long stare, one flirty exchange, one deep late-night conversation. And now, mentally, you're already attached to what it could become. She feels that. Not because she can read minds, because attachment changes presence. Your words might still sound normal, but your vibe starts asking for reassurance. And that's emotional weight she didn't agree to carry. Most guys think the problem is caring too much. It's not. It's loading the moment with meaning too early. Not genuine interest, not real connection, not wanting to see her again, but turning a spark into a verdict before she's even decided who you are. That's when her brain starts saying, wait, why does this feel bigger to him than it feels to me? And that small mismatch creates distance. Wrong approach. After one great date, you start texting like she's already your person. Good morning texts, long paragraphs, subtle emotional claims. Right approach. You let the moment be good without trying to own it. You stay warm. You stay clear. But you don't overinvest before she's invested too. That's emotional maturity, bro. And when you do that, she feels space instead of responsibility. 3. You started chasing clarity instead of building connection. This is the one most guys completely miss. Most guys get uncomfortable with ambiguity. They want to know where they stand. They want certainty fast. They want the label, the plan, the reassurance. But attraction doesn't grow in interrogation. It grows in tension, in emotional rhythm, in the space between certainty and curiosity. Conversation isn't a contract. It's a dance. And most guys, the second they feel unsure, stop dancing and start grabbing. Are you still interested? Did I do something? Just tell me what this is. Logical? Maybe. Magnetic? Not even close. Because what she feels is this. I barely know him, and now I'm managing his emotional state. That doesn't feel romantic. That feels heavy. Wrong approach. Hey, you've been distant. If you're not feeling this, just say that. Right approach? Sounds like your week's packed. No stress. Hit me when you come up for air. See the difference? One demands clarity to soothe you. The other keeps your dignity, keeps the vibe calm, and lets her step toward you if she wants to. And when you do that, she feels your strength without you ever having to announce it. 4. You performed instead of revealing something real. But here's what changes everything. A lot of guys think attraction is built by impressing her, so they perform. They overtalk, they overjoke, they over-explain their value. They try to look confident instead of actually being confident. Women can feel that instantly. Not loud confidence, not fake confidence, not flexing at the gym confidence, but quiet, grounded, I know who I am confidence. That's what lands. Most guys think, if I show her enough, she'll choose me. But the real truth is, the more you perform, the less real you feel. And when you don't feel real, she can't emotionally relax into the moment with you. She may still smile, she may still flirt, she may still enjoy the attention. But later, when she's alone, her gut starts whispering, I still don't know who he actually is. Wrong approach. You dominate the conversation trying to sound interesting. Every silence scares you, every pause gets filled. Right approach. You let there be space. You answer cleanly. You tease a little. You let your real opinions exist without packaging them for approval. Silence between words is like silence between musical notes. That's where the rhythm lives. And when you stop performing, she feels something rare. A man who is genuinely there. 5. Your consistency started feeling like pressure. Here's the part that sounds backward. Most guys think consistency means more contact, more checking in, more availability, more proof that they care. But consistency is not constant access. It's emotional steadiness. A woman can enjoy hearing from you and still disappear if your consistency starts feeling like surveillance with a smile. If every day she hears from you before she's had a chance to miss you, the interaction loses oxygen. The mystery fades, the energy flattens. And here's the thing. She doesn't always consciously think, he's texting too much. Sometimes what she feels is just, why does this suddenly feel like a job? That's enough. Most guys send another message because silence makes them anxious. But your anxiety should never become her atmosphere. Wrong approach. Hey, just checking in. A few hours later. You alive? Then, guess you got busy, LOL. Right approach. You send something intentional, something light, something with actual energy. Then you let it breathe. For example, you seem like trouble. I respect that. Or, that coffee place you mentioned is still on my mind. Simple, playful, alive. These aren't tactics. This is just what a grounded man naturally does. And when you move like that, she feels invited, not cornered. 6. She felt you needed the outcome too much. And here's where a lot of men get humbled. Most guys think women pull away because they want a challenge. That's too shallow. The deeper truth is that people pull away when they feel consumed instead of chosen. Neediness is not liking her. Neediness is needing her response to feel okay. That energy leaks everywhere, into your timing, into your tone, into the way you react when she takes longer than usual, into the way you suddenly become extra agreeable because you don't want to lose the shot. She feels that leak. Her inner voice starts going, why does it feel like he needs this from me? And another part of her says, if I step back, will he stay solid? That test is rarely spoken, but it's real. Wrong approach. She takes 6 hours to reply, and you instantly switch into cold mode, double text mode, or over-explaining mode. Right approach. You keep your life moving. You stay calm. You don't punish distance. You don't collapse because of it either. Because man, the most magnetic thing about you is not how intensely you can focus on her. It's how grounded you remain when the outcome is unclear. This isn't a trick. This is who you're becoming. And when you do that, she feels your presence as stable, not starving. 7. You didn't give her a feeling worth replaying. This is the final piece. A woman doesn't disappear just because attraction was low. Sometimes she disappears because the interaction was pleasant, but forgettable. Most guys aim for approval. They want her to think, he's nice, he's cute, he's trying. But nice is not a hook. Trying is not a hook. Pleasant is not a hook. Emotion is the hook. What makes her come back is not perfect behavior. It's an emotional imprint, a moment that lingers. A vibe that feels different from the noise she deals with all day. Most guys talk to women like they're filling out a form. Where are you from? What do you do? How was your day? Nothing wrong with that, but there's no voltage in it. Right approach is different. You create texture. You say something with flavor. You let your energy have shape. Wrong approach. What do you do for fun? Right approach. What's something about you most people completely misread the first time? Wrong approach. You seem cool. Right approach. You've got that calm troublemaker vibe. I can't tell if you're sweet or dangerous yet. Now she's not just answering. She's feeling. Her brain starts saying, why am I still thinking about that? That's emotional caffeine, man. That's when the conversation stops being data and starts becoming memory. And when you do that, she feels a spark that stays alive after you're gone. So if you've been stuck in this pattern, hear me clearly. This is not about becoming smoother. It's not about gaming women. It's not about memorizing clever lines and hoping one finally works. It's about becoming a man whose energy stays the same, whether she leans in or pulls back. A man who doesn't turn connection into pressure. A man who knows how to create a real feeling without trying to force a result. That's the shift. When you internalize this, you stop performing and start being. You stop chasing reassurance and start protecting your peace. You stop asking, how do I keep her interested? And start becoming the kind of man whose presence feels rare. And that changes everything. Because real attraction doesn't disappear when the words are right. It disappears when the energy stops feeling good. So stop chasing the spark. Become the flame. And if you want the next step, then don't just understand why she disappears. Learn how to create the kind of vibe she keeps thinking about after the conversation ends. That's exactly what I break down in the next video on how to make her invest without chasing. So go watch that now.